It's very easy to play this build. What you can do is walk around by using the shield charge. It is very useful also to proc your fortify and become even more tankier. When you walk, you'll be casting the Enduring Cry, which will generate enduring charges for you and also give you a very nice amount of regen, especially when you use Corrupting Fever, and if you need some more HP, you can get that instantly by using the Enduring Cry. Remember to use that and to spend life every time so that your debuff will never end. You can also use the shoot charge to help that, but Spectral Shield Throw is more importantly because it will spend more life, costs more life than shoot charge. And by using the blood magic, sorry, we'll be spending a life instead of mana all the time, so it is very easy to maintain the Corrupting Fever. Just remind of having that against bosses. Also Blood Rage, if you before having the Frenzy charges craft, have that in mind that you need to keep your Blood Rage up, also to get the attack speed buff against bosses. And whenever you find a boss, remind to place the Ancestral Protector, place the Sniper's Mark. The Sniper's Mark will also make your projectiles fork a little bit and actually split in a few directions, which will make your clear even better in a few situations. And then you just throw your Spectral Shield Throw. I'm a bit laggy, I don't know why, but even with laggy situations, I was able to clear the Formed rare map, the Maven's Invitation, as you can see at the end of this video. So very tanky indeed. As you can see on the video description, there is a PoB link where you can follow if you need some advice when leveling. Also, there is a tree when you're leveling as Splitting in Shattering Steel before level 28, where you can get your Spectral Shield Throw gem, and then you can follow the tree if you want. Also on the notes, some recommendations on the gems that you can use on the leveling, the Pantheon, Bandits, Ascendancy order that you can use. When leveling, after you get your SST, you can use a level 30 Tissue's shield until you get your level 70 and finish all your leveling to equip a Lionized Remorse. Those shields basically make you very capable of clearing the content without effort. I mean, if you use a level 30 shield and you can clear all the leveling until level 70, and then use this level 70 item until you craft a level 86 item. I mean, it is very good and very easy to play, right? The shield that you're gonna be crafting is a level 86 Colossal Tower shield. You can use Perfect Fossils until you hit 30 quality. Mine has 28. And then you can spam Dense Fossils for a big armor amount with an open suffix, so you can craft a 18 quality on your bench craft. A nice armor shield could be over 2,900 probably. It all depends on your RNG or how much currency you want to spend. A shield like mine with 2.7k armor is around 1x, so very cheapy and very easy to get as well. An X is a level 78 or 79 runic hatchet because it has a very nice implicit of global phase damage, as you can see here. It has to be Warlord influence because then you can craft the increased physical damage over time modifier by spamming the Corroded Fossils, and then try to get increased damage with Bleeding and an open suffix, so you can craft the Fizz Dots on your bench craft as well. If you don't have that, you can use any X with increased damage with Bleeding with an open suffix, so you can craft these and then just farm until you get an Warlord on this base or any Warlord X. That could be very nice for you. You see that the physical DPS on your X doesn't really matter because you'll be attacking with your shield. and all that matters for the bleeding is the base phys damage that you have on your shield. So just try to get good rolls on the bleeding modifiers on your weapon. Okay, for the gloves, you can either go for a increased damage over time gloves or a sinistral gloves with 84 plus item level. Then you can spam Essence of Horror. You'll always be getting the 30% more damage over time, but try to get good rolls on it. I mean, probably some life, some resists, and also you'll be needing to socket the Corrupting Fever set in it, which will make it a pseudo 5 link. Okay. On your skills, the Spectral Shield Throw setup, the Corrupting Fever, it is very nice to stack the Corrupting Blood stacks on the monsters to help your damage over time. The Pride, like I told you, we're using the blood magic, blood magic, so you can use any aura that you'll never spend mana or any higher reservations, because we have 0 mana. So Pride with increased AoE and Arrogance, it is very nice to increase the aura effects. A Shield Charge setup, the attack speed setup because of the Ancestral Protector and Blood Rage, and also the Flame Dash, which is your mobility, alongside with the Shield Charge. A cast damage taken with Molten Shell setup with an Enduring Cry here. Alright, so all the good information on the PoB. Overall speaking, I enjoyed a lot to play this build, despite of playing softcore. It is very, very tanky with very low investment as well. I spent around 15 exalts, but you can surely keep investing and make it even more tankier or have a lot more life. As you can see here, unfortunately, the Spectral Shield Throw enchantment is a lot expensive. These enchantment on good bases are around 8 or 9x at this moment. I bought this one, a very shit one, for 3 exalts. So I have only 40 life on my helmet. If you get around 90, you probably have over 5k life at this point. So plenty of space to upgrade your stuff. On our equipment, I forgot to mention, like I told you, the X, the shield, the helmets, Leon's Vision, it is very useful because it has Pierce. Try to get as much Pierce as you can. It will make your clear speed a lot more comfortable. I got some crafts on my gloves, so projectiles pierce an additional target. Also on my helmet, it is very useful. The boots, you're going to be looking for bleeding deals damage faster. The Onslaught craft with movement speed on an open prefix if you want. Having Onslaught could make your clear speed more comfortable since you're gaining increased attack speed and movement speed. The amulets, it is very nice if you can get a physical dot multiplier with some life, resist, and even +1 dexterity or +1 physical skill gems. I only got this one because it was the cheapest one available. I think it was 1 or 2 exalts with an open suffix, very useful for us. So I could craft the frenzy charges, +1 minimum frenzy charges. On the rings, try to get some dex and some intelligence with physical damage to attacks and some life, some resist if you can. But also, always make sure to get an open suffix ring so you can craft that one, that minimum frenzy charges. It is very useful. The Nomad, it is nice as well because it has some dexterity on it, global phys damage, some resist, and try to get 200 at least dexterity so you can benefit from this modifier. I forgot to do that. I will fix it for this guide. Probably if I use some attribute catalysts on this ring, it will be enough to get 5 dexterity. So it helps us. A very useful belt, in my opinion. A life flask, a sulfur flask, a Rumis, very nice as well, because without it we have 62 block attack and spell block. With Rumis we go for instantly to 74. And also if you've been hit recently, we got the max block, which is awesome for our defensive properties. A quartz flask, so you can become even more tankier and get the phasing, which will make you walk through the packs easier. And also a Quicksilver, because it is nice. The regular geodes are basically containing maximum life, some increased damage over time, or global phase damage, or even attack speed, because it helps us to attack faster and then stack the bleeding stacks against the bosses. A large cluster with 8 maximum passives with Battle Harden, Furious Assault, Master the Fundamentals. 2 cluster jewels with 5 maximum passive skills. Both have rend modifiers, rend notables, but one has Circling Oblivion because of the duration of ailments and increased damage over time, and another one with Brush with Death because of the dot multiplier, but especially with Recovery Life on kill, which will make your mapping experience a lot more comfortable, especially because you're using the Corrupting Fever, and sometimes you gotta refresh it if you forgot to attack constantly. So very, very useful for defensively speaking as well.
I can't do this.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to make them, especially on my live on Twitch if you want. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video and this was useful. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.
Itself! Glorious flames!
What's this? A real challenge? You've finally caught my attention.
Ah, para uma build mega tanque, tá tão ruim, né? Dano. Batizada. Level também todo 19.
The others found strength in their projections. They were alive.
Essa build é um Spectral Shield Throw Gladiator. Seria legal tancar um corredor, né? Será que dá?
This city is nothing.
A música é foda, né?
Você vai morrer!
Tanca o meteoro? Não, meteoro acho que não dá não.
Você vai morrer!
Skilag.
Você vai morrer! Você vai morrer!
I can't do this just yet.
Você vai morrer!
Why fun? What's the point? Tem um damage aceitável demais. Não é, mano? E tipo, o X ele nem tá T1, né? Ele tá T2 ali,
Você vai morrer!
3 bleeding. Achei que seria mais lento. Também até. Esse lag, cara. Everlasting fire. Sandy Ping, olha isso, velho. Help! Send help!
Você vai morrer!
Será?
Você vai morrer!
Quero um café!
Cafezinho, capricha. Se não.
Você vai morrer!
I can't do this just yet.
Can't do this just yet.
Você vai morrer!
Feel the thrill of the war!
Luva de novo!